All right, y'all ready? Good afternoon to everybody. This is a meeting of the Planning and Zoning Commission. Today is November the 18th of 2021, and it is about 6:02, and I'm calling this meeting to order. The first item we have is roll call, please.
Yes, sir. Erasmo Villarreal.
Present.
Jorge Dominguez. Abraham Lugo.
Present.
Johnny Narvaez.
Present.
Yuseng Wang.
Present.
Larry Dovalina.
Here.
Daniela Salapaz.
Present.
Ana G. Villarreal.
Present.
Thank you. For the record, we do have quorum.
Thank you. The next item, if everybody could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Next item we have is a consideration of the approval of the minutes of the meeting of November the 4th, 2021.
So moved.
Have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
And a second. All those in favor of the motion?
Aye. Aye.
Those against? Motion carries. Thank you very much. Next item is, do we have anybody signed up for citizens' comments?
No, sir.
Thank you. All right, moving right along into public hearings. First public hearing we have is amending the zoning ordinance of the city of Laredo by rezoning Lot 1, Block 1, Lopez ID subdivision, Phase 1, located at 22401 FM 1472, from AG to M1 Light Manufacturing.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For the record, International Trilogy Investment LLC owner, Ruben Lopez Senior applicant, Admida N. Vasquez representative. Property description, Lot 1, Block 1, Lopez Avenue subdivision, Phase 1, located at 22401 FM 1472 Road. Zone change request, agriculture to light manufacturing district. Proposed use, commercial. Letter sent for, none for or against. Location view. Aerial view. Street view. Zoning map. Future land use map. And the staff recommendation is staff supports. And the proposed motion.
All right, thank you.
So, Mr. Chairman, this is this is a business that's already
Existing.
yes.
This needs the correct zone.
Yes.
All right, this is a public hearing. Anybody who wishes to speak in favor of the zone change? In favor of the zone change? Anybody who wishes to speak against the zone change? Against the zone change? All right. What are the wishes of the commission?
Motion to approve.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion carries. Thank you. Next item is amending the zoning ordinance of the city of Laredo by rezoning approximately 7.74 acres out of 32.81 acre tract conveyed to Robert Muller. This is located 0.08 miles west of FM 1472 and 0.22 miles south of intersection of Enterprise Street and Air America Boulevard from AG to M1.
Mr. Chairman, applicant Robert Muller LTD owner, Francine Muller applicant, Edward L. Ochoa representative. Property description, approximately 7.74 acres, located 0.8 miles west of FM 1472 and 0.22 miles south of the intersection of Enterprise Street and Inter America Boulevard. Zone change request AG to M1. Proposed use, transportation. Letter sent 7. None for, none against. Location view. Aerial view. Street view. Zoning map. Future land use map. And the staff recommendation is staff support.
Okay,
And the proposed motion?
all right, thank you. This is a public hearing. Anybody who wishes to speak in favor of the zone change? In favor of the zone change?
Good evening, members of commission and staff. Edward Ochoa with Civil Engineering Consultants, and here to answer any questions if you all have any questions.
I've got a question, Eddie.
Yes, sir.
How far is this track from the actual river? The edge of it, more or less?
From the actual river, probably, I'm guessing, a mile?
Yeah,
Mile?
more or less.
Roughly, more or less,
I haven't been
yeah.
out there in a long time, so about a mile? Okay.
Yes, sir. I mean, as you know, I guess as a crow flies east.
Yeah,
there's
that's the
streams
closest
and-
point,
and
yeah, sure.
buffers and all that. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
In relation to Riverbank Road, where is this track?
So this tract is Riverbank Road.
Can you put the map back
Yeah, I
up?
guess if I could look at the
You
map.
put the
around.
aerial
It
up.
should be west of Riverbank Road, west of
Mira, ese es el
Riverbank
que
Road.
no tenemos.
Put Google up there if you can. I
Yes.
think Google will give us a better,
You can see Riverbank Road actually on the bottom right of that aerial image. You can see the,
yeah.
Is it
right,
that
it's
road
down
that
here.
goes by?
Right there at the very bottom.
yeah, it,
Míralo ahí dice. Aquí dice.
I don't know, probably at,
Yeah.
1,000 feet or so.
So the traffic is not gonna empty onto Riverbank?
Oh, no, absolutely
It's gonna
not.
empty
No,
to
sir.
the top?
So, a little history, Mr. Duvalina, on this. We rezoned a portion to it to the left, to the west of this one. And, my client owns, several of those lots where the warehouses are at. And the general idea here is we're gonna come forward with a replat, swallow it all up and to make one lot. So it'll be a single lot.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's gonna service
Yes, ma'am, it'll service, the warehouses,
that
some of
are
those
there.
warehouses that are there at the cul-de-sac.
But the traffic flow would come out through Enterprise.
Absolutely, yes, ma'am. Yeah. If you look carefully, kind of on the bottom side of the image, you see that green area and kind of distinctive black line. That's
Yeah.
a definitive creek.
Yeah.
It's a definitive creek through there, so, it's a considerable buffer. There's no way we're gonna get across.
And that was, I guess, why I asked you the question to the river, because obviously, anything that gets built on there, if it's warehousing or industrial use, we want to make sure we have enough safeguards in there to contain any kind of spill that doesn't get into the creek and down to the river.
Sure,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That was-
Yes, sir.
All right, anybody else have any questions for Mr. Ochoa? Thank you, Mr. Ochoa.
Thank you.
This is a public hearing. Anybody else who wishes to speak in favor of the zone change, in favor of the zone change? Anybody who wishes to speak against the zone change, against the zone change? All right, what are the wishes of the commission?
I'll move to close public hearing and support staff recommendation for the zone change.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
And a second. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
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 Those against? Motion carries. Next item is amending the zoning map of the city of Laredo by rezoning lot 8A, block 1058, Eastern Division, located at 3119 South Buena Vista Boulevard, from R3 Mixed Residential District to B1 Limited Commercial District.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For the record, Karina, Kenya, and Mario Lopez are owners. Ioana Lopez, applicant representative. Property description, lot 8A, block 1058, Eastern Division, located at 3119 South Buena Vista Avenue. Zone change, R3 to B1. Proposed use, parking on trucks. Letter sent, 21. For, none. Against, none. Location view. Aerial view. Street view. Zoning map. Future land use map. And their recommendation is staff supports. And the proposed motion?
Okay. I'm sorry, what was the proposed use of this particular property? Is it parking, I think it said, or what?
Parking on trucks, yes, sir.
Parking of what kind of trucks?
They didn't mention, they didn't specify on the trucks?
It looks like his house.
Because it looks like, I was just about to say that, based on that picture, that is, and that belongs in a B3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm asking you the question right now. I mean, it's like, and even the parking didn't jive to me, because if you're gonna park trailers there, but that becomes another issue.
It's a B4.
So you don't have any additional information on this? All right.
Son puras casas.
Let me then, go ahead and start the public hearing. Thank you. This is a public hearing. Anybody who wishes to speak in favor of this item? Yes, ma'am.
Buenas tardes,
Muy buenas tardes.
Joana López. Esa foto es antigua. Nosotros no tenemos nada en el terreno, está vacío.
Ok. ¿Y qué es lo que piensa hacer con ese terreno vacío?
Nosotros tenemos 2 tractores y precisamente para eso lo compramos, para estacionar los tractores, porque antes los estacionábamos en mi casa y nos multaron. Entonces decidimos comprar un terreno para que ya no tuviéramos ese problema. Y cuando lo compramos, nos dimos cuenta que era R3 y nos sugirieron cambiarlo a B1.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
in order to do what they want to do, we have to go through a process. So she's in an R3. So she would have to go to a B1 and then come back either for a zone change or conditional use permit to get what she needs. So, because she can't just request from an R3 to do what she wants. So she's actually going through the steps to get to the point where she can do what she wants.
But why?
That would be the only way to do it.
Wait. Let me ask you a
She's
question.
aware?
Yeah, she's aware. Sí sabes del permiso que necesita sacar, ¿verdad? Condicional.
We can go from, wait, let me ask you this. You're telling me from an R3, we have to go to a B1 first? Why?
Because it's residential.
So where is that
we're-
in the ordinance?
We can pull it up, yeah.
I think that's only if you're
you
using,
can.
like, if you're
Yes, you
applying
can.
for a conditional use permit.
You can go to a conditional use permit right away. So that's why I'm trying to figure out what is it that you guys are trying to do here? I mean,
We're trying to get her to, because
I
like you
understand
said.
what we're trying to do, but I just don't understand the
Because
steps.
she needs a higher zone in order to do what she wants to do. Like you said,
Well, she's going to, if she's asking you for a special use, she can go from an R3 to a special use zone without having to go to a commercial zone.
conditional.
Conditional use, I'm sorry.
No, she can't.
Yeah, I think if you're changing zones, I think you are allowed to go.
You're
to a higher
allowed under
category,
state law.
Unless you're asking for a special permit, then you need to follow the ranks.
Under ordinance, it has to go to a B1.
It goes from a B1,
You have to go to conditional use to go to a B.
Okay, but are you reading, is that a local ordinance
that's
or
what,
is that state law?
It's local.
no, we're, our
It's a
ordinance.
local.
Okay, see, that's local. We may have to look at that because I do believe that might be in conflict with state law.
Okay.
But at this point, because it is a local ordinance, we're
Right,
gonna
it's
have to go through
following
this
the
process
scale
right
of-
now,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But I do believe, Anna, you're correct, and
That's what I remember, that if, like,
Yeah.
special permits do require for you to, change from like a very low intense use to something that
To a
is-
higher-
Yeah, like to a B1 and then from
Yeah.
a B1 something higher.
That's correct.
But
That's what we're,
zoning, I wasn't really aware that this was the case.
okay.
So
Okay, so ya, entonces usted ya sabe, ya le explicaron que
Sí, que
tiene que venir,
primero
va a venir que tiene que venir para atrás
El CUP,
a seguirle con lo demás del proceso.
sí.
Okay,
if we're stuck with the ordinance, I move to approve
well, just a second, I gotta finish public hearing.
I'm ready to go.
Okay, any questions for the?
no question.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
All right, anybody else who wishes to speak in favor of the zone change? In favor of the zone change? Against the zone change? Against the zone change? All right,
Ready.
go ahead.
Move, move to approve.
All right, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
And a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion carries. The next item we have is amending the zoning ordinance of the city of Laredo by rezoning approximately 3.09 acres conveyed to D&J Alexander Investments. This property is located south of North Bartlett Avenue and east of Sidney Sheldon from R1 to B3.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For the record, D&J Alexander Investments LLC owner, applicant Ricardo Villarreal, representative, Property description, approximately 3.09 acres located at south of North Bartlett Avenue and east of Sydney Sheldon Road. Zone change request R1 to B3. Proposed use, commercial mini storage. Letter sent to 1 for, none against. Location view. Aerial view. Street view. Zoning map. Future land use map. And the recommendation is staff supports.
This is the same thing.
And the proposed motion.
Okay, thank you. Can you go back like 2 frames? I want to see that, right there. On this particular, these are proposed roadways that are in the thoroughfare plan? Or are they, or what?
But
Who knows the answer to that? I know what we did with the plat last time, because I remember that.
Yeah, they did
But
that.
I don't remember this.
The white,
Yeah,
Sí,
he had an exit going out to Bartlett,
exactly.
but I don't remember this other road coming in.
No, he had a stripe.
And that's why I'm just asking the question on, is it, and then, could be that this picture's wrong or something.
I was gonna
don't know.
say, this picture's gotta be wrong.
All right, well,
And
this
it's not
is,
the thoroughfare plan,
yeah.
right?
It's the future land use, so.
Is it, it's on the future land use,
It's a
otherwise it
future-
wouldn't show up.
Right, it's a future land use, and at one time they had drawn these in as like a preliminary, but this is just focusing on the land use and not so much the thoroughfare or anything like that at all.
It's on the land use. Okay. All right, but that's not exactly the way this is gonna come down. Correct. Yeah. All right, this is a public hearing? Yes, sir.
Yes, good evening. Manuel Escamilla with Chopside for the record. To clear that up, yes, sir, the previous thoroughfare plan had what would eventually become Bartlett a little bit shifted. Some of the older maps need a little shift because at the very top you can see Bartlett.
Yeah, that's exactly my question on this, because I
Yeah,
saw
no,
this.
we do not have a road plan.
Yeah, because I remember the plat coming in
Yes, sir.
last time. So,
And to follow up on the previous item, this is gonna be a step up for an eventual next item.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah, okay. All right, so you're here to speak in favor of it.
Yes, sir.
All right, any questions for Mr. Escamilla? Thank you, Mr. Escamilla.
He needs a B4 no eventually.
Sorry?
He needs a B4 for
Special use.
They'll need an
special
SUP.
use.
All right, anybody else who wishes to speak in favor? Against the zone change, against the zone change? All right, what are the wishes of the commission?
I'll move to close public hearing and support staff recommendation for the zone change.
We have a motion, do we have a second? Second. And a second, all those in favor can signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against? The motion carries, thank you. The next item, amending this zoning ordinance map of the city of Laredo by authorizing the issuance of a special use permit for a commercial mini storage on approximately 3.88 acres. This is located at, where is it? South of North Bartlett Avenue and east of Sydney Sheldon. Yes, ma'am.
Same spot, right?
Right next to it.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
The same one.
It's right,
Applicant,
Special use permit.
for the record, applicant D&J Alexander
right next
Investments,
to
LLC owner. Applicant Ricardo Villarreal, representative. Property description, approximately 3.88 acres, located south of North Bartlett Avenue and east of Sydney Sheldon Road. Zone change request, special use permit for a commercial mini storage. Proposed use, commercial mini storage. Letter sent to 1 for, none against. Location view,
es la entrada.
aerial map,
Camina, ¿no?
street view, zoning map, future land use map, and the recommendation is staff supports.
All right, this is a public hearing. Anybody who wishes to speak in favor of the special use permit? Anybody who wishes to speak against the special use permit? All right, what are the wishes of the commission?
Motion to approve.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
And a second? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against? Motion carries. The next item is amending the zoning ordinance, by rezoning approximately 3 acres, conveyed to Palos Construction Group. This is located, north of Lagos Avenue and west of Lindenwood Drive from R1 Single Family to R1A.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For the record, Palos Investment Group, LLC, and DISA Group Investment, LLC owners, applicant, Ricardo Villarreal, representative. Property description, approximately 3.00 acres, located north of Lagos Avenue and west of Lindenwood Drive. Zone change request, R1 to an R1A. Proposed use, residential. Letter sent 45, none for, none against. Location view. Aerial map. Street view. Zoning map. Future land use map. And the recommendation is staff supports. And the proposed motion.
All right. Thank you. This is public hearing. Anybody who wishes to speak in favor? In favor?
Yes, sir, Manuel Escamilla with Topside, representing the applicant, just here to answer any questions, but we feel it's an appropriate zone given the area.
All right. Anybody have any questions for the engineer?
Where is the entrance? Is there only one entrance?
Yes, sir. There will be only one entrance and a cul-de-sac.
And how many lots are you proposing to?
Well, that's actually where, the preliminary plat, had, I think it was 20, I don't remember exactly.
19 lots?
19, 20, or 22?
Yeah, it was 20,
About
3 acres,
cars.
5 times
It
3,
was right.
15. Oh, yeah, yeah. R1A, yeah, about 19, about right.
19.
Yeah, it's an R1A. So they're 3,000 square foot lots.
4,500.
So the density per acre is gonna be about 6 or better.
And the surrounding area is low density?
R1A. Yeah, it's R1. It's R1. It's R1 area.
And the multifamily next door.
Your what?
We have multifamily adjacent to the property.
And
On which side?
Can you put the aerial back so we
And the
can all look
one-
at the aerial, please?
the one behind is not
Oh,
yours?
there.
No, that's a developed condominium.
The area to the back,
To the north, sir, yes, sir.
to the north.
Nomás tienen una
Yeah, but you don't have an entrance that way, in that direction as
Sí,
well.
no.
Their only entrance is Lagos.
The only entrance is Lagos.
Así es.
Yeah. So if you do 19 lots, possible trip generations are gonna be somewhere around 30 to 50. It's just not bad. Peak period.
Eso es lo único que se ve mal.
Well, if you look at Alder Lane, you'll see it's a cul-de-sac.
Which one?
Alder, is that how you pronounce it?
Mm-hmm.
Lane? That's a cul-de-sac, so that's not a through traffic street. So if the concern was, that you're gonna have through traffic, not necessarily.
No, the concern is that you're gonna dump 30 more cars into those 6 lots that currently don't
And
have
there's
any
only
traffic.
one entrance and one, o sea, una entrada y una salida, la misma entrada y la misma salida.
Yeah, but he's talking about 19 lots.
Yeah, and I think fire would confirm, I think before a second is required, we need.
Yeah, you don't need a secondary exit right now. Is that right, Ruben?
The threshold is 30.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, okay.
So
19.
even with the 6, we're still,
The threshold is 30 lots,
Correct. Yes, after 30, you would need two
Two
ways
exits.
in and out.
Ah, perfecto.
because you estimate 3 cars per lot, or what?
No, it's just what the code estimates that I guess after a certain point, the development gets too big where they don't want an incident to obstruct one entrance where you can't have a secondary means. So it just gets too big where you want 2 ways in and out.
Yeah.
It's really not about cars parking on the street. It's just the development gets to a certain size where you want to have 2 points of entry and exit to it.
Porque está chiquito.
All right. Any other questions for the engineer?
Probably looking at 40 cars.
If not, thank you very much, Mr. Escamilla. This is a public hearing. Anybody else who wishes to speak in favor? In favor of the zone change? Anybody who wishes to speak against the zone change? Against, yes, sir.
Good evening. My name is Martin Mendares. I live in 136 Lagos, the first house that is on the gate.
Okay,
And my reason is because there's going to be a lot of traffic there. Lagos Street just run one block and then to Adler, then to Knoll. When I built my house, the contractor told me that Lagos Street was going to go all the way straight to the north side and go out to Knoll Street. But they built some condominiums there.
okay. So, okay. So you're against the zone change?
Yes, sir.
All right. Any questions? Yeah. All right. Thank you, sir, for your comment.
Okay.
All right. Anybody else who wishes to speak against the zone change? All right. What are the wishes of the commission?
I'll make a motion to close public hearing and support staff recommendation for the zone change.
We have a motion. Do we have a second? And a second. All those in favor, which signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against? Motion carries. The next item, consideration of the following preliminary plat and preliminary replats. Preliminary consideration of the replat of the west one half of lot 8 and the east 15.5 feet of lot 9, block 161 Western Division into lot 8C, block 161 Western Division, and the granting of a variance to the lot width requirement. The intent is residential.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, for the record, applicant is Mr. Manuel Roldan. Engineer Alfredo Guerra. Proposed use is residential. The zoning for this one lot development is CBD, Central Business District. Location view. Aerial view. Street view. As platted in the proposed plat. Comments from planning and engineering and the proposed motion.
Take it back to the aerial. One before this one. I don't remember this properly.
The two lots that are being combined are the white building and the empty lot?
They're all empty at
Huh?
this time. The two strips that are being combined are not.
Go to the next
occupied.
picture.
Go to the next.
There you
The two lots are in that lot?
Yes, sir.
Well, they're actually
And-
taking a portion
They're taking a portion of something.
of the lot, of the other lot.
Which one?
go. To the left.
The
Okay,
one over here?
the replat of the west one half of lot 8, and then
No line. but
lot
it's a
8
small
and the
lot.
east 15.5 feet of lot 9, so it's half of lot 8 and 15.5 feet of lot 9.
They're not taking anything from the lot
It's just,
west.
All right, put the lots up, let me see them.
it's just.
Which?
Es para arriba.
No, where's the plat on them?
Keep going.
I'm sorry.
There you go.
Okay, let's look at the plat here. I can't see, what is the original,
La mitad es
Each-
8
each-
y la
So the
mitad
white
es
building is taking a part of the empty lot?
this is vacant property, I think, both of them. They're
Both
both
of them are
vacant,
vacant,
it's
yes.
vacant property.
But that's not two lots that they're showing there in the picture.
Yeah, they didn't show you the whole other lot, but I'm trying to figure out, the original lots on this particular Spanish land grant, what's the width of them?
Let me get that for you, sir.
They're 1, 2, 3, 4, they're 5 lots, that's 10 lots. Oh, they're like 42,
There are five lot,
They're like
lots to
42s.
block.
because it's 300,
They're 300 feet.
no, it's
Cinco solares.
277,
Son cinco solares.
okay? 277 divided by 5 is what's the width of them? Let's see. Because it doesn't, something doesn't jive.
Oh, right here, it's up here, 27.78
Yeah, but the original. Let me see if I can get it.
and 15.50.
55.54.
Aquí está.
55, they're 55.4 frontage original Spanish land grant. And so they want to convert, trying to figure this one out.
43.
Lot 8, he's taking 15 feet from lot 8, 15 feet from lot 9,
Half lot eight.
and half of lot 8.
What's gonna happen to the rest of it?
So that leaves you another inferior lot. Lot 8 then becomes 25 feet. Well, that doesn't make any sense.
And then what happens with lot nine? Both, on both ends?
On both ends.
You know, I'm trying to understand this, and where's the engineer?
That's exactly where I was going.
All right,
He's nice.
then I need a motion to table.
Table.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Right.
Motion carries, thank you. This just, it doesn't make any sense at all.
No.
All right, so tabled. All right, next item is preliminary consideration of amending plat of lots 1 through 8, Western Division into lot 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5, 6A, 7A, and 8A, block 218, Western Division, and the granting of a variance to setbacks in order to accommodate existing commercial structure. The intent is commercial.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, for the record, applicant is GMR Investment, Ricardo Rodarte. Engineer is Topside Civil Group LLC. Proposed use is commercial. The zoning for this 8-lot development is B1 and B3. Location view. Aerial view. Street view.
Downtown.
Yeah, it's all convoluted.
As platted in the proposed plat. Comments from planning. And the proposed motion.
All right, take it back to the plat, please. Okay. Amending the plat of lots 1 through 8.
I don't quite see what the difference is.
You're gonna,
Block 218.
Okay.
West.
what exactly are you gonna do?
Good evening, Manuel Escamilla again. The intention of this amending plat was, if you're familiar with this area, it's the block directly west of the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah.
The back porch mail box center is on the
Yeah.
highway side of the block.
Yeah.
The block is completely built out, but as with virtually every old block in the Western Division, none of the lot lines are lining up.
That's what I thought you were doing. There's a
And-
shift.
And so
Yeah.
it became an issue with the bank and financing. Buildings are crossing by a matter of a foot or 2
Yeah,
feet.
yeah.
So,
What's the shift that you found in this block? How much?
well, actually, as far as the block is concerned, it's actually pretty close. It was.
But it's the interior
It's the
lots.
interior lots
They
that,
were off about a foot or what?
some 2
Very-
feet, some 1 foot,
Yeah.
We felt like,
okay.
this could be settled as an amending
Well,
plat.
let me ask you this. As you were amending the plat, and what you're doing is you're redrawing the lot lines, is what you're redoing.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any problems with the existing structures on there by redrawing these lot lines and meeting all codes?
Well,
Huh?
codes means,
Well, like right now, I mean, you have setbacks and stuff like that. I
setbacks.
understand that this is grandfathered because it came in prior to zoning.
Yes, sir.
I get that. And I'm taking it that the staff looked at all this stuff that I'm talking about? Yes, so there is no existing buildings that are on the lot line.
No, these are, just to be clear, to your point, this is very similar to what you would see downtown where the buildings are adjacent. They are built up against each other. So we are shifting the lot line to find that common wall like many of the downtown.
Well, and that's, you see, this is kind of like where I was coming from. It was a fire code issue. I just hadn't brought it up, but this is really what I was talking about because, okay, so now we've got two structures and a line going through the structure somewhere defining the lot.
Yes, sir. That's exactly right, exactly like we have downtown.
And there's not a whole lot we can do about it. This came in before 1979.
Yeah.
It was all built out, so it was grandfathered in. Okay, all you're trying to do is get that corner straightened out for the development.
financing purposes.
Yeah, okay. All right, I get it. Anybody else have any questions? No?
That's part of the motion.
Marion?
You okay with all the comments and everything?
Yeah, we are, I think, the biggest thing, planning wanted to do was, make sure we were, all clear on the variance for the setbacks.
Well, the variance, okay, to the setbacks. So what is the variance that you're looking for?
So what he see, obviously they're trying to clean up the issue with the lot lines. And so they are basically encroaching into the setback, so we're trying to, one, to grandfather it in, and also make it a matter of record that it's gonna be okay. And, I mean, we're in full support of it.
But why does it need a variance if they're grandfathered in?
Well, but the thing is, they're shifting the lot lines.
Huh?
They're shifting the lot lines, they're shifting the original lot lines. So they're having to bring in the plat.
So they're not shifting them, he's just fixing them. I mean, that's really what's happening here.
Shifting to
Because if you go back into all this area, everything's shifted. I mean, we had lots of problems in those areas going all the way up when we were buying property on the creek. Everything shifted down there, everything. And then I can go on and on with telling you where everything shifted, but it's another issue.
And to your point, Mr. Chairman, the plat book was drawn in the 80s. These lots were established in the 20s and 30s, that they don't mesh and everything
They
is
were actually
wrong.
established prior to that, but,
The deeds, you know, they have the plats on them, the drawings.
I know how they did things in the past. There was a mesquite tree over there, and then there's a rock over there, and that's how they picked the lot lines, and whoever built first, and it caused all these problems, but.
And so we felt originally that this could be handled at a staff level, since it falls under the statute of an amending plat.
Yeah,
But because of the variance, we're here to.
and that's fine. All I think you want to do is put it on record that everything's legal, even though it is prior to 79, so. Okay, thank you. All right, what are the wishes of the commission?
Move to approve, subject to the conditions.
All right, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
And a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those against? The motion carries. All right, the next item is preliminary consideration of the replat of Lot 6, Block 1, Plaza del San Isidro plat, Phase 3 into Lot 6A and 6B, Lot C, Lot 6D, Lot 6E, Block 1, Plaza del Sol, Plaza de San Isidro plat, Phase 3. The intent is commercial.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, for the record, applicant is San Isidro North LTD, engineering, Sherfy Engineering Company, LLC. Proposed use is commercial. The zoning for this 5-lot development is B4. Location view. Aerial view. Street view. Proposed plat, as platted, proposed plat. Comments from planning and engineering. And the proposed motion.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the commission. Frank Estrada with Sherfy Engineering, and we concur with staff comments.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Estrada?
The entrance is, off of, the International or McPherson, what is it?
There is a secondary point of entrance
McPherson.
along McPherson, but the primary entrance is along Loop 20.
Along Bob Bullock Loop,
Yes, sir.
for each one of the lots?
Well, for right now, as far as that secondary point of exit and entrance is on McPherson for the Burlington, but the main entrance is actually along Loop 20.
You already have an existing entrance, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
The one that's there?
Yeah, it's an existing entrance, so you already have an entrance. Okay. Any other questions from commission members? Thank you, Mr. Estrada.
Thank you.
All right, what are the wishes?
Move to approve.
Motion? Second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against? Motion carries. All right, the next item is the final plats, and we have item 8A, B, C, D. And then we have item number 9, consideration of the model subdivision. Can we make a motion, take them all together?
So move.
We have a motion and a second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, can we have a motion for approval?
So move.
Motion to approve?
Motion to approve,
Second.
second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those against? Motion carries. All right, the next item that we have is adjournment. Do we have anything from the director on director's comments or anything like that?
Just, I know that, there was discussion on the funding for Carlton and River Road, so I'll research that and I'll try to have an answer to the funding and where it is and.
Talk to Ramon Chavez, because I've been working with him on trying to find the alignment. They can't find it.
That's what I was gonna say.
And then, I'd like to welcome our new, commissioner. We'll get you your nameplate. soon enough.
She was here last week.
Yeah.
Okay, we still don't have her nameplate, that's what I saw. And then, Mike Baron has been approved by city council to be the next commissioner, and he wasn't able to get sworn in today, so he'll be here at the next meeting.
Oh, he's back.
So he's back, yes.
Does he work with TechStop, or who does he work for?
UISD?
USD, he works for Mike. Gotcha.
Yeah. And that's all, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
It's okay.